Look at this, Warsaw, Poland, 2025. Can you find me a cleaner subway in Europe? All stations are clean, but this one seems just super apparent because the tiles are white, which is a bold move for a subway station. For its longevity, right? White benches, white everything, but this is just nicely done, and if people care about their surroundings, that's how it stays for years, as it has been already. Pretty good, right? Now I wonder if they took that into account, because this is probably a plastic or something. No, it's just, yeah, of a certain sort, but it's very nicely done. It's not stone, I'm not sure. It might be. But anyway, I wonder how they thought about designing this, is thinking, well, we might just risk making it white, because knowing residents of Warsaw, it will likely stay that way. It's for the foreseeing future. Let's check out one of the upcoming trains. Fun fact, if you look at the monitor, you can see what type of train is coming. They have several models on the railway line. There it is. What brand was this again? I believe Siemens, not sure. Of which they have the same in Warsaw. It's rush hour right now. Let's hop on for 2 stops, going to a restaurant. This one's white as well. Super clean again. So I thought it was just white on one of these stations, but it's actually not true. It seems like there's more stations I haven't been on yet. This one is called Janusha. Siemens train pulling off. And the Warsaw Metro is just nice and colorful. You have combinations of all sorts, plus the trains are a bit colorful, and without graffiti at least. Underground there's none. Look at this. Looks so quite futuristic. I'm very much a fan of the design. It's modern, but it doesn't look cheap, like I find many modern metro stations in Europe very modernist, but then cheaply done, cheap finishing. But this doesn't really look like this actual stone. I believe it's like a sort of rubber. It's not sticky, but rubber sticky, right? So this is some plastic rubber, I don't know, but nicely done. This is the Skoda, which also runs in the Prague Metro, I believe. Skoda Metro, which is one of my favorite models, the Warsaw Metro. Oh, they have just 3 models. The last one, I don't know what the brand is, but it's a bit of an older train, just running on the line 1. And then you have the Siemens and the Skoda, and that's all 3 of them. Trams, you have way more models, from old Polish to modern Polish Beza swing. Funnily enough, in Sofia, Bulgaria, where I used to live, you have both the Siemens Metro, just as here, plus the Beza swing trams. Skoda's pretty cool. Well, I'm going to try a restaurant, so I will probably catch you later. This is the Warsaw Metro, and it deserves a lot of credit despite its relatively small size. It's awesome. And you might just think that then outside the station it immediately gets gritty, like in Oslo. Cold shower for Oslo, dirty metro. I know the Norwegians didn't like my videos about the Oslo Metro, but I'm sorry. There's countries doing better than you. And many people also said, oh, you shouldn't be in Oslo, you should go to Bergen. Wasn't clean either, been there. Station wasn't clean, public toilets were horrendous. Urinals pulled off the walls and stuff. No, sorry. Just no. Look at this. Sofia Metro is pretty clean as well. Bucharest is old but clean. I'm going to Bucharest this weekend, so that should be fun. But look at all of this. It's not that old, I believe. Not sure how old these stations are. Anyway, here we are. Cleanliness check outside. We do have a little bit here in and around. Just blowing away some cigarettes, but there's nothing honestly pulling your eyes, right? All in all, it is, yeah, just the standard of cleanliness. I believe this should be the standard for all of Europe. Because we're Europe, you know, we've always been having modern cities, just continuous improvement. And suddenly we're just dropping the ball in, for example, Netherlands, Amsterdam. I think we should just keep up the standards. What you will see in Warsaw is it gets graffiti quite fast on buildings. I hope they'll do something about it. If I was the mayor of Warsaw, I would see someone do graffiti like in the act. I'll put them in jail for 5 years. Especially for historical buildings. I've seen it on the old city walls of Warsaw. Give it 10 years. Why not? 10 years. And the thing is, that will be a deterrent. It'll work so good you'll never see it again. On the other hand, it's good that I'm not the one making these decisions, but perhaps it wouldn't be a lot of fun. And it's not just the metro, right? Look at all of this. Always in love with how Polish streets are done. Everything's just done in a quality way. The asphalt seems good, thick enough, right? As in Bulgaria where I've lived, it was just, they put a centimeter or two, and they've done TV checks where just the TV crew goes to the side of the road where some new asphalt is put, and you can just lift it up like a carpet in your living room. I'm not even joking. You just lift it up, centimeter or two. The rest is pocketed, and I despise that. I despise just how things went there. And I feel as if I'm walking in the sky here. I know there will be moments where I will not like Poland. I'm trying to stay objective because I've often praised Bulgaria into the sky as well, but for different reasons. Not for their infrastructure. Apart from the metro, which is good. But here I just love. Just walking the streets doesn't have to do much.